Hey guys, what's up? I know it's been a while since I did a video. That's because I've had a lot of stuff going on in my life of late. On April 2nd, my mother passed away unexpectedly. So we've been dealing with that. Because of all the rain in North Carolina, we weren't able to bury her right away. We had the funeral, but we had to wait until it dried out where the family graveyard is at so that we could do the burial. And we just did the burial Friday of last week. So I've been a little, down in the dumps and stuff and stuff. But on a positive note, on May the 2nd, my daughter, my oldest daughter, had her first child with her husband, and her first child, period. And her name is Luna Ray Marie Bowers. And she's a beautiful little girl. If you follow me on Instagram, you guys have been seeing some pictures of her and stuff. And if you follow me on Facebook, you've seen some pictures there as well. So that was a positive, which was also kind of sad because my mother was very excited about getting her first great-grandchild from my daughter, and from my branch of her offspring, so to speak. So that's what's been going on as far as, life, going back to the doctor and getting, my medication for my diabetes. They put me on Januvia, and they added the new metformin, the extended release version, and I'm able to tolerate that one. I get headaches from the Januvia and the metformin, and I take a nap. I will nap. That seems to be the best way to deal with it, other than just taking, I've got enough medicines I'm taking. You can see that there. I want to kind of limit everything I'm taking. So if I get a headache and stuff, I've found that if I just take a nap and sleep through it, that usually works. And it could be stress. The reason I'm getting the headaches, it could be stress related as well. So that's pretty much all the stuff that's going on right now. And I've been working on some things. I finished my kindness shawl. I have pictures posted on Instagram, but I haven't blocked it, so that's why it's kind of, the lace section is kind of crinkly. So, but this is it. I didn't do 4 repeats of the lace because I did extra repeats of the mesh section, and I only did like 3 repeats of the lace. And then when I block it, it should block out a little bit bigger. I just wanted something that I can at work if it's cool, and it's too, like if it's, if it's cool, I can just have something to throw across my shoulders and stuff when the air is coming down. I didn't want a really, really great big shawl because it's spring now. So that's done. And I just need to block it. I gotta find I think I have some blocking wires around here somewhere. I just gotta find them. So I've been spinning. My goal this year is to try to spin 25 pounds of fiber. I've already spun 4 point something, almost 5 pounds. And so this is my last spin. I did 9 bobbins. So this is some Masham. This is some Romney that my husband dyed. This is some thin sheet fiber, and I'm gonna have to soak this again because this was the one I posted on Instagram when I was spinning it. This is like the worst I've ever spun that got dye all over my fingers. I've never purchased fiber that did that to this degree before. And even after I soaked it and everything and finished spinning, because I had to stop spinning and soak this in wool soak. And I let it soak for like a day. And then I squeezed it out gently. And then I soaked it again. And there was still, the water was still had color in it. So I got a, now that it's spun, I'm going to soak it again in some vinegar water and see if I just, and then maybe throw it in the microwave for a few minutes just to set it and see if that stops it from bleeding everywhere. If not, then, oh well. This is the other fan sheet, and the fan sheet is really nice. It's nice and squishy. It's very nice and squishy. It almost, the way this spun reminded me of Rambouillet, the way it spun up. So these are BFL, these two right here. And they are very nice and squishy as well. I don't know if you guys can see all the colors. But, yeah. And then this was the other braid of Dragonfly fibers that I bought at Rhinebeck. I think it was 2016. So that was the other of the tomato, heirloom tomato colorway. And then the last one that I spun from that batch of spinning is this one. And this was some wild hair. And it was a domestic wool blend. It's a little, it'll probably soften up when I wash it. I think it's because of the dye. Because some sections of it is soft, very soft. Some sections feel a little like dye crunchy. So once I wash it, it should soften up. So that was all of the spinning I did right before my mom passed. And then I also received this from Dye Monkey Yarns, and her website is dyemonkeyyarns.com. Okay, she has beautiful, beautiful fiber, beautiful fiber. So if you get a chance to get some of her fiber, I'm not her fiber, but her yarn. I'm trying to get her to dye some fiber. But if you get a chance to get some of her yarn, please do. I mean, she's an awesome indie dyer. Really, really, really wonderful person. And the colorway is Plum Crazy. And this is her salsa monkey base, I think. It's 100% merino, 100 grams, 218 yards. And it says hand wash, air dry. But this color is very similar to the color that my husband dyed. So I'm trying to find a pattern to use these two together with. Like this is next to skin soft, so if it's going to be against the skin, I would do this one first if it's going to be a shawl. And then I would do the bottom part of the shawl with this. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. As far as my next spins, I have this, and it is a BFL from the Little Red Barn. They go to Maryland Shipping Wool every year. And I love buying their fiber to spin. And so this is like an orange, it's like a creamsicle. It's like a peachy creamsicle. And so I finished spinning that day before yesterday. And then I started on this one, which is also from the Little Red Barn. I have two of these purples. So I end up with 2 bobbins of those. And it's real, there you go. So it's a real nice purple. Lavender, purpley bits. And so that's what I'm spinning right now. On my drop spindles, it basically, the drop spindle I've been using, it's just like little odds and ends left over while I'm spinning. I'll just take like a little piece that's left, and what's going on with this? I gotta fix my pencil tray. It's adding up. So I want it to fall. So it's like just little bits and pieces that's left over. I'm just adding on to this spindle right here. And then I have another spindle that's over there somewhere that has some on it. Crochet. I am, excuse me, y'all. I'm working on a baby cocoon for one of my coworkers who is, Kate, stop taking stuff out my bag. Kate is in here with me, my daughter's dog, and she keeps taking stuff out my bag. So, I'm working on a little baby cocoon for a newborn. And I'm also working on another blanket, another Bavarian stitch blanket. And it's with using the leftover, not leftover. I have maybe 5 or 6 skeins left of, what's that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 skeins left of Plymouth Encore. And so I was going to try and do a blanket to use up all that. And so this is what I have so far. If you guys can see that. But this is fun. And it's going to use up the rest of that yarn. And right now I'm on a gray skein. And then I'll go back to the one I started with, then the burgundy, and then another gray. And then I'll probably finish off with grays. So that's what I'm working on. This I'll finish up in a little bit after I finish this video. And I went for Mother's Day. My husband took me to get my hair dyed. See, no gray. And I also went to AC Moore because I've been looking for the baby yarn, but Line Brand doesn't have the one I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to look on their website, I guess, and see if they have the 5-pounder. It's the white one that has like the different specs of the pastels, like the yellow, the blue, the pink, in it, the green. And I see the small, they have like a small skein, but they don't have the big 5-pounder skein that you can get for like $9, $10. And that's what I wanted because I wanted to recreate a pattern. Excuse me. There was this blanket and cardigan that I got from, I think it was the Navy Relief Society. They had ladies who knit these little layets and stuff for new moms on the base. And I had one that I was keeping. I had put it in plastic, put it inside a big Ziploc bag to save it for my daughter for when she got old enough, because she was a baby, she was a baby, and when I went to boot camp and everything. So after she grew out of it, I had took and washed them and put them away and left her in our room when I left for boot camp. And so when I came back home, my parents had let my sister move into my room, and she did whatever she wanted to do. So my blanket was destroyed. It was dirty. It had a hole in it. I don't even know what happened to the little cardigan that went with it. And so it's like, it is what it is, But now that I knit, because that pattern stayed in my mind, and I figured out that the pattern is the linen stitch that the lady used to make that blanket, and the little cardigan that went with it was also linen stitch, and it was just a single color. you know, that yarn I was telling you guys about. So now that I know it's the linen stitch and it's just a basic cardigan, and the blanket just a square, you know, I'm trying to find that yarn so I can recreate it. But since I couldn't find the thing, I'm going to have to look on Librarian's website and see if they have it there. But if they don't, I'm not, because there's just one of those little skeins of that yarn is like almost $5 at Ace and More. And I'm like, I'm not spending, you know, so I would probably need like 8 of those things. So that's like $40 or more with the taxes and stuff, just to recreate it. I'm not doing it. So when we were at AC Moore, I looked in their meal ends bins, and in the meal end bins they had the Downtown Abbey yarn in there, some black sparkle yarn, some purple sparkle, some royal blue sparkle yarn, but I didn't want any sparkle yarn. So they had this Himalaya Rhythm. It's 100% acrylic, and it's this creamy white. So I got that instead. So I'm going to use the creamy white. And they also had this universal yarn in the burnt orange color. That's my little sister's color. And so I got this. It's enough for me to crochet her a cardigan. So that's going to be part of what I do for her for Christmas. So that's pretty much all that's going on with me. Now that I've showed you guys that yarn, I can take and put it up. Like I said, Kate is in here with me being nosy, so you guys can't see her. Let's see. Say hey, Kate. Kate. Hey, Kate. See that? Come here. Can you guys see her? There she is. She is very, very shy. Very, very shy. So she's hanging out with me while my son-in-law and daughter are out and about. So yeah, I haven't worked on my sock. I haven't worked on my fingerless gloves. I've been wanting to spin, so I'm just spinning as much as I can. That's pretty much all that's going on right now. And yeah, so like, comment, subscribe. And if you saw anything you're interested in, then you know how to get in touch with me, and we'll see what we can do. So, alright guys, take care, and hopefully I'll be back on a regular schedule as far as at least trying to get 1 or 2 videos up a month. It all really depends on how I'm feeling. And, you know, grief is weird. I am going to grief counseling, and I have an appointment tomorrow. I'm also on an antidepressant, which right now I kind of feel numb. It's not the medication, it's just it hasn't really sunk in yet, because it was unexpected. My mom's passing was unexpected. Like I've told you guys before, that my dad's been off and on hospice, and mentally I was kind of prepared for that, not for my mom passing. So, you know, she was 69. She would have been 70 July the 2nd. And my dad, he's going to be 80 in July the 8th. So, you know, it's now, like, you know, getting a little emotional, but you have your ups and downs with your parents, and you don't always see eye to eye, but you know they're still your parents and you love them, and you always think you got time. You know, you always think you got time. And so since she passed, I've realized that you don't always have time, and you need to enjoy the time you have while you have it. And so I'm going down to North Carolina more to visit my dad and spend time with him. And so if you have a chance, if you're close enough to your relatives, your family that you're close to, visit them more often. Even if you don't feel like it, even if you don't think, if there's, like with me, my thing is I don't always get along with one of my siblings. So that's one of the reasons I stay away, so I don't have to deal with it. I'm one of those people who I try to hold everything in, and that's one of the reasons why I'm going to counseling, because it needs to come out, because it's not healthy for me. It affects my health. So that's pretty much all I have to say is, if you have a chance to, and you're near enough, visit your family, call them, FaceTime or Zoom or Facebook, video them, video chat. Just find a way, because you could be like me, at work, thinking you got time. I'll go down there when the baby's born so she could see the baby, and she never got to see the baby. So yeah. And now that we buried her, we can all start grieving now. And because it was like we were in limbo because she wasn't buried. There's other people in your communities and stuff that if you had like dealing with flood issues and stuff down in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, with all this rain that we've been getting, there are other people who you might have gone to a funeral, and then you think it's over and done with, but it's not, because she's not the only person that was there that was held over until conditions were dry enough to get to the cemeteries, or the conditions where the water table was down far enough that they could actually put the vault down and bury a person. Seeing that more and more on the East Coast with all this flooding and stuff. We're having issues with the water table being high. So probably in the future, you're going to start seeing more and more above ground vaults and what they call those things. I can't think of the word for it right now. But you're going to start seeing more of those as time passes, as the water levels rise. And it's a shame because, it didn't have to be like this. Scientists started warning us back in the 20s, 30s, and 40s about what was going to come if things didn't change with pollution and whatnot. And it's like, people don't care as long as they're rich, and they keep getting rich. They don't care about the rest of us because they can afford to move to higher ground, so to speak. But, yeah. So I'm going to let you guys go. Just be kind to each other. And that's that.